to potentially Randy Orton returning at Survivor Series. There's been rumblings of this for a while. He's been gone for almost a year, I want to say. Obviously, Matt Riddle is not there anymore, his tag team partner that he had a successful run with. Obviously recovering from, I don't know if it was back surgery. I believe it was back surgery or something to that degree.
Back surgery.
Fusion.
Yeah, fusion.
So to get that and hearing all the stories of stories of his father saying he doesn't need to come back, he's well off. Like he doesn't, this type of injury, a lot of people don't come back from and stuff like that. But obviously the War Games mayhem to Adam Pearce and everybody, the fights that have been breaking out. Now Drew McIntyre joining the Judgment Day. Cody led Cody Rhodes after a post promo for Raw saying, me and Jay have friends too, which is interesting because now looking at it from that standpoint, and now everybody's saying it's Randy Orton. Now that everybody's kind of not saying it's CM Punk or anything like that now, it's kind of everybody's kind of pointing the finger that it's Randy Orton. But my thoughts about it are, last time Cody Rhodes was in WWE and when he was not Stardust, the person who was giving him hell was Randy Orton and the Authority. So it would be kind of strange for him to call on Randy Orton, who in the legacy, he got kicked out the legacy with Randy Orton. There's been no good track record between those guys. But it'll be interesting. So, what do you guys think about the
spoken like stories about Randy and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, they did have a I think it was, remember when Randy Orton had like his 20-year anniversary in the company, like they had like a little thing on Raw, and they actually had Cody come out, and Cody said like a couple of things about Randy, and they kind of talked about their history and everything together in a positive light. So I think they're past all of that stuff that happened in the early 2010s with their whole story. But as far as Randy Orton goes, Daniel, I think it's actually been longer than the year that he's been out. I think it's been it's felt like almost 2 years, almost a year and a half that he's had this back injury. From a storyline standpoint, if the Bloodline was involved in this War Games match, it would be perfect, because it was technically the Bloodline that took Randy Orton out in the first place storyline wise, and left Matt Riddle on his own. So from that standpoint, it would work. But obviously, Randy Orton is one of those generational talents, whereas then you can throw him into any scenario and people just want to see Randy. So, being a 14-time world champion now at this point, and people just miss Randy Orton. So even though he kind of doesn't really add up to the story, just seeing him with a Cody Rhodes, is enough to justify it. And I just want to say that, like I said last week, if you're not going to give the Chicago crowd CM Punk, which is obvious and straightforward that you're not getting CM Punk, even though CM Punk keeps teasing it on social media to try to get everybody's hopes up. Like, we're not getting CM Punk. But so if you're not giving Chicago CM Punk, you got to give them at least.
We're not.
We're not. Well, we all need to let it go.
You got both you guys.
At least not right now. They don't need him for us.
We're getting CM Punk.
At least not right now. Now, if you want to give me a CM Punk, give me a CM Punk after the Rumble, okay. Not during the Rumble, after the Rumble, because if it's during the Rumble, everything that we've been predicting for the last 2 or 3 months isn't gonna happen.
You guys got it all wrong.
I'm sorry.
You guys got it all wrong. It's not Randy Orton. It's not CM Punk. You know who the mystery partner is? Rikishi.
Dustin?
Rikishi.
And finally gonna bring him in. And he's gonna be in War Games, giving stink faces to everybody.
Rikishi.
That's a disgusting. You're disgusting. I'm gonna go.
You might as well get Scotty 2 Hardy up in there too. Shit.
There we go.
Yeah. He just signed with AEW, so he signed as a trainer with AEW.
Yeah,
so he's not going to be there. But a guy that I think that we've a guy that we haven't seen is Dustin Rhodes available.
I think he's still in AEW.
He's still signed with AEW.
He's still with AEW.
Yeah.
Then we're getting CM Punk. We're getting CM Punk. We're getting CM Punk then because Randy Orton coming back into Survivor Series War Games with a bad back.
They said he's been great.
He's not doing that.
They said he's been great though. That he's been ready for a while.
Again, he's Randy Orton though. Again, he's one of those guys where all those circumstances don't matter because he is who he is.
I'll say this. Randy Orton's a bigger draw for WrestleMania. He is a bigger draw for WrestleMania. If you wanted to bring him back before WrestleMania, I can see that happening.
Survivor Series is going to be huge.
I did talk to other people. I'm like, he is Mr. Survivor Series. If that's the element you want to play, Randy Orton is Mr. Survivor Series.
I totally forgot about that. That he's like the ultimate.
He is Mr. Survivor Series.
Why not?
Like he's been the sole survivor like 4 times. He's won. I think did he win the undisputed champ? No, that was TLC. But he's been the sole survivor like 4 times in Survivor Series.
Yeah.
If there's anything that they're going to bring him back for, it would be that. Like he is that. So I do understand it from that standpoint. But I just feel like that's a missed opportunity for WWE right there. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens because I feel like, of course, Randy Orton, 14-time champion, legend in his own right, legend, Hall of Famer. We know that he's going to be all of that when it's all said and done. To have him come back at War Games Survivor Series would be awesome. I'm not going to lie. That would be awesome. Would be awesome. Yep. Just from that standpoint of just Randy Orton and what he brings to the table, legendary wise, it would be awesome to see him come back, be in good health. And have one more run. Definitely have one more run.
If WWE legit brings out CM Punk, that will be the biggest news story ever.
No, it will be. And it will also be like the biggest troll job ever. Because they really made made it clear that like they tried to make it clear that like CM Punk and WWE isn't happening. Like
there's rumors of a meeting. There's no meeting. There's this. There's that.
Yeah, you see reports of them like telling superstars that for the press conferences after the PLEs how to answer questions about CM Punk if he's brought up, or even telling the reporters ahead of time like, hey, don't ask any CM Punk questions or you're not going to be allowed to participate in these moving forward. So. I've read reports about both. So if it happens, biggest troll, it would be like the biggest troll job ever.
Yeah,
and that would be a noteworthy story. So
yeah,
I mean they don't need him though. I mean, would it be nice to have him? Of course, but he's not like a necessity right now.
Him and John will have their last match at WrestleMania.
Big match, John Michael.
Pulled out what two of John's best matches ever. So
yeah.
I mean, I don't need to see Randy Orton versus John Cena like part 6. I don't. I don't think I want to see that.
We're way past 6. We're like at 41, 45.
Yeah, legit.
So we're way past 6.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. What year was that when they faced each other all the time? Like 09?
I was just about to say,
15,
all you gotta do is go back to the year 2009, I think it was 2009. Just go back to the year 2009, watch the main event matches from like SummerSlam all the way towards like Survivor Series. It's nothing but Cena and Orton. It's like I remember that Survivor Series, that SummerSlam match that had like three different finishes because people kept interfering and all that crap. So yeah,
the Iron Man match. What was that? Breaking Point or?
Yeah. Oh, that was bragging rights.
The paper.
That was the pay-per-view they were trying. The Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view they were trying. Bragging rights.
right before Survivor Series.
Right before.
I'll never forget it. It had a 2-week build. A 2-week build for that show.
We don't need that.
Yeah,
we don't need that.
Yeah,
we don't need that for sure.
Better, but hey,
why is everything messing up right now?
Yeah, but hey, whether it's Orton or Punk or hell, they might surprise us and give us somebody that nobody was even thinking about.
Dolph's back.
Who is somebody else that can be who is somebody else that Cody could be talking about?
He said we have friends. So, is anybody?
AJ?
But he would have to be traded.
Like he can't make that happen.
See, he has the pull, right?
Yeah, and
AJ would be nice, but in that see, is AJ Styles at the level of Randy Orton where people just want to see him now, where it's just like people don't care about the story, they just want to see AJ Styles.
Yeah.
See, because if that's the case, then AJ worked.
But it wasn't even the Judgment Day that took out AJ. It was the Bloodline.
It was the Bloodline. Yes.
So that beef is not his.
The only thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't even think of anybody else. Who else is
Goldberg.
Stop it.
Stop mentioning this.
Stop it. That's the second time. One more time he's gonna appear.
Exactly. Well, you keep mentioning this guy.
Oh man.
Goldberg, bro.
They're friends from WCW.
No.
Come on, man. Give Goldberg a shot.
No.
You don't want Goldberg and War
He's
Games?
had too many shots. He beat the Fiend. He beat the Fiend. It's not fair.
He's on his last leg.
He beat the Fiend. It's not fair.
That was it.
See, Lewis, we can't even bring that up. You can't even bring that up anymore because of Bray Wyatt. God rest his soul. We're not going to mention any of that bullshit anymore.
Exactly. That's why Goldberg should not come back.
Oh man. But yeah, potential Randy Orton return at Survivor Series. We will see how that goes for sure. It's going to be interesting to see who that mystery man is for them, because now they're outnumbered and Judgment Day is looking like they're at full strength, and it will be interesting to see who Cody calls out to even the odds. Let's get into AEW Full Gear happening on the 18th, this Saturday, I believe it is. Big time